One of the challenges with building any traditional sauna is choosing the right materials for the internal space, because timber expands and contracts with temperature change and humidity levels. The Canadian Western red cedar we use for the internal cladding comes from mature forests in Canada that are slow grown. This means that the tree growth rings are closer together, which produces strong and stable timber. But it takes hundreds of years to regrow these forests, and this, as well as the carbon footprint of transporting timber from Canada to the UK, has motivated us to seek a more sustainable option that actually improves on the durability and the stability for sauna building. We're now exploring a smarter way of working with timber, using local, fast-growing British species transformed by thermal modification. This natural method removes moisture and resins, resulting in an extremely stable and rot-resistant material. It's proven to be one of the most stable timbers we've used in building our saunas, and it's now widely regarded as one of the best materials for use in sauna building.
The idea of modification is that you actually change the cell structure of the wood. By heating it to a very high temperature, which in here is about 210 degrees, what you do is you actually start to burn away parts of the cell wall. The inability of water to bond gives you the stability.
It's a very stable material to use, so if we're profiling a bit of timber to fit in a certain space to get a certain finish, it's not going to shift much from those dimensions that we fitted it with, which is a really nice thing to kind of let go out the door when you know it's going to stay stable and look as good as it left the workshop.
Wood-fired seems to have a nicer kind of... So the question is, where's the wood going to come from? Yeah. We can't make it grow any quicker. We can plant a bit more of it, but we can't speed things up. But what we can do is to use wood that grows more quickly rather than wood that grows slowly. If we can take timber that grows in 40 years or maybe even 60 years and then give it the qualities of that slow-grown timber, i.e. durability, density, stability, it starts to make a lot of sense. There's great examples around here of woodlands that are functioning well. So they're producing timber, but they're also hives of biodiversity and beautiful places, lots of different canopy level, lots of different plants and trees and animals. They're also amazing places for people to go and visit. You know, for our mental health, we need a break sometimes. So they're offering all these different values, and I think that's what land has to do now. That's what woodland has to do. And a piece of woodland left to its own devices, unmanaged, with no access, low levels of biodiversity, we can't afford that. So what we are trying to do is to create more value for those species in those woodlands that don't have demand in the general market.
The mature trees from Canada used for sauna building take around 400 years to grow, and the timber lasts outside in excess of 20 years. The UK growing species we're now using take just 40 to 60 years to grow, and once thermally modified, will last in excess of 30 years outside. Using locally thermally modified wood reduces our dependence on old growth timber and its associated impacts on the environment, and it increases the demand for UK timber, supporting the regeneration of our local forests.